Helen Keller was an American author, disability rights advocate, political activist, and lecturer who overcame the challenges of being both blind and deaf to become one of the most inspirational figures of the 20th century. Her life story is a testament to the power of determination, education, and the human spirit. Helen Adams Keller was born on June 27, 1880, in Tuscumbia, Alabama. She was the first child of Captain Arthur H. Keller, a former officer in the Confederate Army, and Kate Adams Keller. Helen was a healthy child until she contracted an illness, possibly scarlet fever or meningitis, at the age of 19 months. The illness left her both blind and deaf, plunging her into a world of silence and darkness. As a young child, Helen became frustrated and often threw tantrums due to her inability to communicate with those around her. Her parents sought help from many specialists, but it wasn't until they met Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone and a teacher of the deaf, that they were guided to the Perkins School for the Blind. Bell connected the Kellers with Sullivan, a young teacher who would become Helen's lifelong companion and mentor. In March 1887, Sullivan arrived at the Keller home and began teaching Helen using a groundbreaking method. Sullivan would spell words into Helen's hand using a manual alphabet, helping her associate objects with their names. The breakthrough came when spelled "her" into Helen's hand while running water over it. Helen suddenly understood that the letters stood for the substance, marking the beginning of her journey into language and learning. Helen's thirst for knowledge was insatiable. With Anne's help, she learned to read, write, and even speak. She became proficient in Braille and learned several languages, including French and German. In 1900, Helen was admitted to Radcliffe College, where she graduated cum laude in 1904, becoming the first deafblind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. Helen Keller went on to write several books, including her autobiography, The Story of My Life, 1903, which detailed her early years and her relationship with Sullivan. Her other works include The World I Live In, 1908, and Out of the Dark, 1913. Helen Keller became a prominent advocate for people with disabilities, traveling around the world to raise awareness and funds for the American Foundation for the Blind. She was also a political activist, championing causes such as women's suffrage, labor rights, and socialism. Helen was a member of the Socialist Party and supported various progressive movements, often speaking out on social and political issues. Despite her challenges, Helen Keller lived a full and impactful life. She continued to write, lecture, and advocate for social change well into her later years. Her courage and determination inspired millions of people around the world. Helen Keller passed away on June 1, 1968, at the age of 87. Her legacy as a trailblazer for people with disabilities, and as an advocate for human rights endures to this day. Helen Keller's life story is a powerful reminder of what can be achieved with perseverance, education, and the support of others.